Hello everybody. I've been contacted by several folks in the catfish community with questions about how I think the beginning of the Bass Angler Sportsman Society relates to where we are in the catfish world today with the American Catfish Association. Well, here's a short version of what I think. It was part of a group of anglers that was around and experienced with the organization of Bass Angler Sportsman Society. Now it all started with tournaments with an entry fee of $100 with 106 entries. Well, we weren't nearly as organized as the ACA is today. Electronics, well, if you had one, was a flasher. No GPS, side scans, no panoptics. Basically, no live wells, only coolers with ice. Now most boats had 12-volt trolling motors and a 50-horse outboard. Well, it was rare as frog hair. My good friend Ray Scott, the founder of Bass, told me his dream was to make bass fishing a popular sport and maybe get bass fishing on TV someday to help promote this great sport and to fight conservation issues. No question, he changed the future of our industry in those early days. He took a lot of criticism for killing many bass. So he went to live wells in our boats and aeration. And we were penalized for any dead fish we brought into the weigh-in. Then there were the issues of life jackets, and he corrected that. Our boats were a little bit too small, and the industry changed that and built bigger boats that were safer and faster. Rods were built that were lighter, stronger, and a whole lot more sensitive. The reels were faster, smaller, and more compact. Our hooks were built sharper, stronger, and monos and braids was much more improved. Now the industry was listening to what fishermen wanted. Even the marine industry was listening. Our outboards were smaller, quicker, faster, and more fuel efficient. And what can you say about our electronics? Woo! They were moving at a fast pace. All of this was improving daily. And Bass and Ray Scott and the bass fishermen, like I said, played a major role in the success. It takes a lot of teamwork to get things done. Now, Ray's dream became a reality, starting out with only a few die-hard fishermen into a membership today of over 600,000 members. Now, what ACA can learn, how to go about approaching conservation issues, how to form a strong organizational group, how to put together and conduct major tournaments, how to work with game and fish agencies. Let me tell you something. You're going to get a lot further with an Army than you're going to get with, let's say, 12 rednecks in a pickup truck with BB guns. Now, how'd I know that? Well, I was one of those 12 rednecks in that pickup truck. Truly, I was. Example, it took a few of us almost 8 years to get the 34-inch catfish size limit passed in Tennessee, which, by the way, was a doggone good thing. Now, if we'd have been organized back then, say with an association and a membership of, let's say, several thousand, this might have been done in a few years or less. We could have continued this movement into other states like, let's say, Mississippi, Arkansas, and Louisiana. We wouldn't have had, well, what we'd have had a lot more manpower to have spread the word why this size limit was needed and so important. And we could have learned so much more about the habits and the habitat of this great fish. Now here's something to think about. The largest and most productive catfish river in the country is the Mississippi. The state of Tennessee, which has done more to help protect this great fish, only borders 130 miles of shoreline, whereas the Mississippi River skirts 322 miles of the Arkansas state line, 209 miles of the Mississippi shoreline, and a staggering 510 miles of Louisiana. These waters, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, are basically open to commercial netting with no legal limits to protect our trophy fish. Now you might ask, where an organization is helpful, I repeat, we might have been able to change some of these laws faster to help protect these fish that we're all so passionate about if we had had several thousand members and an association behind us. To make this dream become a reality, it's going to take a lot of hard work, time, and expense from a lot of very talented people. There are many like me and good friends of mine that will volunteer their time. All we want out of this is to see this dream come true. Just like Ducks Unlimited, the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, Delta Wildlife, Pheasants Forever, the National Conservancy, BASS, Quails Forever, and the FLW. You know, it took a lot of hard work to get their organization started, and I'm certainly proud they did. My hat's off to them. Well, I mean, my cap's off to them. To find out more about the ACA and how you can make a difference, go to AmericanCatfishingAssociation.com. You'll be glad you did.